coming to FIDM, I had a 4-year degree in psychology, but I was always really creative and liked fashion and costuming, and after being in kind of corporate life for 6+ years, realized that wasn't for me. I always wanted to work for Disney, and so I started looking at different schools that had connections to Disney and industry people in general, and so that's what brought me to FIDM. I did the professional designation program, which was a year-long in fashion design, and then now I'm in the advanced theater and costume design program, which is really, really intense. In the last 2 quarters that I've been in the program, we've made all the underpinnings for an 1870s Victorian walking dress. So the lobster tail bustle, the petticoat, the overskirt, the jacket, and it's completely flat-lined, it's reinforced, and it's taken over 2 quarters to make. We've made a top hat from scratch, sculpted and made masks from scratch. Lots of sketching, lots of watercolor. I've never watercolored in my life. It's so much fun. Distressing garments, painting, screen printing, foiling is another type of thing we've learned. And keep in mind, it's been 2 quarters. It's a lot. The final quarter is almost exclusively focused on producing our costumes for debut. Everything up until this point has been meant to prepare you for debut and then to go out into the industry. The teachers are incredible. They're experts in their field. They're the nicest people you'll ever meet. Very approachable, and they're very patient, which I think is important. In a regular bachelor's, you can kind of fake your way through it. If you cram for the exam the night before, it's not that big a deal. You can't put this stuff together the night before. You have to get started. And the program is so small and the teachers care so much about you that it drives you to do better and not just pass the class. The school itself has already, within the 2 quarters this program has been going on, has brought different opportunities for us to pursue professionally, whether it's an internship or otherwise. So we already all have some professional experience before we've even left. And I think that's most important, is making those connections so that way when you do leave here, you've got business cards, you got names, and you can just go out with that and start your career. I'm really open to anything. Doing the program has kind of opened my eyes a little bit to what your options are. Ideally, I want to start knocking on doors at Disney and seeing what I can get. If anything, just get your foot in the door and then see what happens. I always assume film or TV or something like that. I never even considered ballet or dance or opera, and it's like, oh, there's this whole other field. I was always not meant for the small town I grew up in. So materials, textiles, shapes, making a woman feel confident and sexy. I know that's such a cliche, but I like to create those types of things, and I'm really inspired by that, and then pushing it a little farther into costuming and being functional and being a little over the top, because fashion is too serious sometimes. So I've never worked harder than I've ever worked. I've never lost more sleep or shed more tears or drawn blood, but I can't imagine doing anything